Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to IGNova. Today we have 0625 physics subject. According to updated syllabus for 2025 and 2026 for February March paper 1 version 2. Let's start. Question 1. Student is asked to find the volume of a small irregular shaped piece of rock. The student has the following apparatus available. He has here balance, measuring cylinder, and a ruler. Which one is possible for measuring the volume? So it must be the measuring cylinder. Here, option D. Question 2. Digital stop clock measures time in minutes and seconds. The stop reads 0 minutes 50 seconds here when it's started. It reads 2 minutes 10 seconds when it's stopped. What is the shortest possible time that has passed between starting and stopping the stop clock? Here, from 2 minutes 10 seconds to 50 seconds. Here, let's make it 1. And here, 60 plus 10, it's 70. 70 minus 50, it's a 20. And 1 remains the same, it's 1 minute, 20 seconds. So, option B. Question 3. 4 students are instructed to find the time it takes for a ball bearing to fall through a vertical height of 1 meter. Each student uses different procedures. Which students follow the correct procedure? First one, the student measures the time taken for the ball to fall 1 meter 5 times. Yeah, he has here 1 meter short distance, 5 trials. More trials makes you get the average. So this able you to get the average, the actual rate, or the most actual rate. Then he adds the time taken, total time, and divided by 5, which are the 5 times of trials. Yeah, this one is correct. If you want to check others, here measure the falling ball 1 meter 5 times. He then multiplies. It's not multiplying. You add 5 times the trial, 5 trial times. So it's a total summation. C measures the time taken for 2 meter and 2 meter. Surely no. It's like not preferable. You need 1 meter, so less calculation is better. Question 4. The graph shows the motion of the car for 5 seconds period, 0 to 3 to 5. Which row shows the time when the car is at rest and the time when it's moving at a constant speed? At rest, here, according to speed time graph, this is the origin point. 0 times 0 speed, object doesn't move, rest position. So car at rest at 0 seconds. Maybe A or B, not C, not D. And the car is moving at a constant speed. Constant speed means speed doesn't change, which is between 3 to 5. Speed not increased or decreased. So at 2, nope, less than 3, so it's a 4. The right option is B. Question 5. Which property of an object is a gravitational force acting on its mass? Gravitational force, it's density, surface area, volume, it's a weight. Question 6. A stone has a weight of 5.7, so this is the weight, W. The gravitational field strength is 9.8 Newton per kilogram, so this is G. What is the mass? From relation W equal mg. M is W over G. W, it's 5.7, G is 9.8. But using calculator, 5.7 over 9.8, the answer is 0.58. 0.58, option A. Question 7. Which equation is correct? Mass equal acceleration over force No, the main rule, it's a force equal mass times acceleration. Mass from this rule, it's F over A. Force over acceleration, so A is not. For B, mass equal density times volume. For rule, density equal mass over volume, so mass equal density times volume, so B is a correct option. Question 8. What's meant by the moment of the force? Moment of the force, you know that this is the force and this is D. Force applied on D. Force times D, it's the moment. So is it the magnitude of the force? Surely no. Work done? No. Time for which the force? No. It's a turning effect. Yeah, turning the effect. Question 9. A mass of 20 kg is held stationary by a rope passing over a frictionless body. Here is a pulley wheel, frictionless, no friction happens. Okay, what is the force T in the rope? Force T, it opposes the gravitational field and it's being pulled up by this. So it's a 20 against gravity, so it's a 20, but gravity still exists, times G, which is 10. So it's a 200 Newton. Question 10. Which equation relates the work done, W, on an object by a force F when it moves a distance D? The work done equal force times distance. So distance, W times force, surely no. B, D equal F over W. D equal F over W, surely no. F equal W over D. So C also not correct. It's only D is the correct option. Easy. Most of this paper especially, it's like some tricks, how to play with the rules. So try to focus as much as you can. Question 11. A boy produces an average useful power output 60 watt. Useful output power. He rides his bicycle for 2 minutes. So this is the time taken. How much useful energy? We need here to find the energy. And if you remember, E equal P times T. B is 60 watt times T. It's a 2 minutes. Don't forget this minute must be into seconds. So it's a 2 times 60. 2 times 60. On calculator, it will be, let's check. 60 times 60 times 2 equal 7,200. 7,200 joules. Option D. Question 12. The diagram shows a solid block resting on bench. The dimensions of the block are shown here: 40, 20, and 80. Q, P, and R, three surfaces. In which labeled surface would the block rest is produce smallest pressure? For pressure rule, P equal force over A. According to surface area, so the relation between pressure and surface area, it's an inverse relation. Smallest pressure means the highest surface area. The highest surface area, which one? Q or R or P? It's P. From geometry, the shape, this is the lower surface area. So P is the correct option. Option A. Question 13. A skier is standing still on a flat area of snow. The total weight of a skier is 550 Newton. This is the total weight, force. The total area of his ski is in a constant with the ground 0.015 meters square. What is the pressure? Pressure rule, force over area. Substituting numbers 550 over 0.015. By using calculator, it's 550 over 0.015. The answer is 36666. So 3 and 4 sixes here. By rounding, it's 3, 7, and triple zeros, option D. Question 14. A force acts on an area to produce pressure, which changes produce the same pressure. For P, F over A, we need you here to trial the factor it changes. So we can use red color. Doubling the area and doubling the force. By doubling of area and doubling force, they will cancel each other. It will remain F over A. So it makes the same pressure. So A is the correct option. Question 15. The diagram shows cylinder containing oxygen under high pressure. The temperature of the cylinder and oxygen decreases. So temperature here decreases. Which statement describes what happens to pressure? Between pressure and temperature, it's a direct relation. So as temperature decreases, pressure also will decrease. Give the reason why the pressure changes. Pressure, it decreases, so it cannot be C or D. Because oxygen particles move faster, no, they are moves slower because of decreasing the temperature. So P is the correct option. Question 16. Which statement describe what happens during solidification? During solidification, particles begin to move. No, they are stopped to move around each other. It's in general. For solidification process, there is not moving for the particles. Why not temperature here? Because solidification doesn't require temperature, or the temperature is not a factor on it. Okay, we're talking here about the process in general. So in general, it's stop moving around each other. Question 17. Solid expands the least or most. The average separation must be expanding is the least between molecules if the, which word completes the sentence about the expansion of solids and when they are heated relative to liquids and gases. To liquid and gases, they are least here, and for the molecule, the separation distance between molecules, it will be smallest. So right option is B. For question 18, a girl blows some air into a party balloon and ties a knot to seal the air in the balloon. The girl holds the sealed balloon above a hot converter heater. She observed that the volume of the balloon increases significantly, which statement identifies the cause of the increasing in volume. So, for increasing the volume, is it because the air in the balloon contracts, not contracts? The air in the balloon expands in here. So, the correct option is P. For question 19, the graph shows what happens to the density of substance as its temperature changes over time, which term describes the change of state taking place at T2. At T2, let's start from beginning for this graph. For density, it here decreases and then it dropped to the least amount. The least amount of density, it must be from solid to gas. At T2, it must be gas because it has approximately the least density. For that, which term describes the change of state taking place at T2? At T2, it's melting, freezing, not the the thing that resulting gas, it's a boiling. So correct option is D. Question 20. A candle is used to heat some water in a glass beaker. Here, glass beaker. What is the main method of heat transfer? Through glass, it's a conduction because it's a solid, and within the water, it's convection. So correct option is B. For question 21, which equation enables the speed of the wave to be calculated? Rule of speed equal lambda f. Wavelength and here frequency. Amplitude not in the rule. Frequency and wavelength, yeah, they are timed here. The option is C. Question 22. Reflection of light. A ray of light is incident on a surface of a plane mirror as shown. In which position is the reflected ray? Here, reflected ray, where as the incident angle is 60 between ray of light of incident ray and normal 60. So the reflected ray also will be 60. This is the reflected ray. Easy. Question 23. The diagram shows a ray of light passing from glass to air. The dotted line labeled normal is the line drawn perpendicular to the surface of the glass. Here is the normal. Okay, what is the angle of refraction? Angle of refraction between reflected ray and normal. Correct option is C. For question 24, lens. The diagram shows how converging lens forms an image of an object. Which description of the image formed by a lens? Here, is it real or virtual? Let's solve. This is a refraction of actual rays. They are emitted here, intersected here, so as a refraction of actual rays, it's real, not virtual. Is it inverted or upright? Surely inverted, so option A. And dimensioned also, yeah, let's see here. This is the size of the object, and the image is less than of the object. Question 25. Which row describes the image viewed in a plane mirror? In a plane mirror, image is virtual. Here, the image is here. So it's virtual, same size, so correct option is D. Easy. Question 26. The table gives the range of the frequencies of 3 types of electromagnetic radiation. 3 types: radio, visible light, and X-ray. Which type of the electromagnetic radiation has a frequency of 4 times 10 power 15? Okay, where is 4 times 10 power 15? At radio, the maximum is 3 times 10 power 3 times 10 power 9, and here for visible light it's a 4 times 10 power 14. 4 times 10 power 14, here is time 15, and range of light to 8 times 10 power 14. So this wave frequency not in a visible light. For X-ray, it's 3 times 10 power 16. So it's between visible light and X-ray. What's between visible light and X-ray? Is it gamma? Nope. Gamma is the highest frequency. Infrared, less frequency. Microwave, also less. Ultraviolet radiation is in the order for frequency. So correct option is D. See the technique to solve. You have to be focused when you're solving any question. Question 27. An athlete hears a starting pistol fire 1.5 seconds after he sees a puff of smoke. After he sees a puff, it takes time 1.5 seconds, and the sound and the smoke are made at the same time. Okay, the starting pistol is 450 seconds, 450 meters. So the distance to here, it's 450 meters, and it takes a time 150 seconds to travel. For that, what is the speed of sound here? The speed of sound as a distance over time, 450 over 1.5. 450 over 1.5 is 300 meter per second. The correct option is B. Question 28. A plotting compass is placed close to a pole of the magnet with poles marked X and Y. The N pole of the plotting compass points to the point X. Here is the N pole, points to, as it's attracted, it must be south pole, and here it's a north pole. Pole Y of the magnet is then placed close to another magnet with the poles marked P and Q, as shown. The magnets repel each other. So, as the south, north, by repelling P must be north and Q is south. Which was correct? For X, it's south, and P is north. The right option, C. Easy, easy. Question 29. Why are electrical cables often made from copper? Copper, because it has free electrons. Yeah, not free protons. Protons doesn't move at all. Free electrons and the conductor. Correct option is A. Question 30. There is a current I in a resistor. The potential difference BD across the resistor is V. What does the product IV represent? For this rule, IV, it's a power. Power equal IV, the electrical power. So, is the charge flowing through resistor? No. Energy transferred? Surely no. Power dissipated by the resistor? Yeah, this is the power. Question 31. Which circuit contains thermistor and heater? Is it A, B, C, or D? From the first log, it's D. Question 32. Four 2-volt cells are connected together in a series to make a battery as shown. What is the combined electromotive force? We know that electromotive force in a series connection, it's additions. Summation of voltage. So it's 4 times 2, which is 8 volts. This is the full battery amount of EMF. In series connection, voltage is added. Question 33. An isolated metal sphere is positively charged. Okay. And then brought near to another isolated metal sphere that's neutral. Use neutral, positive, and negative together. Easy. Okay. What happens to the charge of the neutral sphere as positively charged is brought close to it? As it moves here, what's gonna happen? The positive will attract more negative charges. Okay, this is what we know. Some positive charges move. Is the positive charge able to move? Positive charge, you mean here protons. Is the protons are able to move? Surely no. Positive charge don't move at all. Some positive charges move also here, no. Positive charge don't move, yeah. But some negative charge will move to left, yeah. To left here. So the right option is easy And very, very good question. Question 34. The potential difference PD across the car headlamps is 12 volts. Here is the voltage and the current is 2.5. How much energy transferred? We ask about energy by the lamp 1 hour. Here, the only rule link between energy and time, it's E equal B times T. Power times time. As a power, it's the energy over time, and at the same time, power equal to VR. For that, we can find the energy as by cross multiplication E equal VIT. So E now is VIT, V is 12, I is 2.5, time here, this is an hour, but how many, do I use an hour? Surely no, it's in seconds, so each hour has 3,600 seconds. I'll multiply in this by using calculator. It's 12 times 2.5 times 3,600. The answer is 108,000. 108,000 joule because it's an energy. So correct option C. Just try to link the rules and don't forget them. You have to revise them before solving the exam like that. Question 35. A copper wire rests in a uniform magnetic field, which change causes the induced electromotive force. For induced electromotive force, there must be connecting the wire into power supply. By connecting wire into a power supply, it will allow current to pass, not induced. Connecting the wire to earth? No. Heating the wire? Surely no. Moving the wire? Yeah. By moving the wire, carrying current in a magnetic field. So this moving in a magnetic field that produce induced EMF. Easy. Question 36. An element has two isotopes, which row compares the nucleus of one atom of each isotope. For the charge, that means atomic number is the same, doesn't change, but the mass will be different. So correct option C. Question 37. In laboratory, radiation detector is connected to a counter which shows the reading for the count rate. The count rate due to the background radiation. What is the unit of the count rate? Count, it's remember anything related to rate. Time is a factor here, so it's a count per time. The option A is the correct one. For 38, which statement about alpha, beta, and gamma emission is correct? Is alpha particles are lighter? Surely no. The most lighter one is the gamma ray. B. Beta particles are not deflected. No, beta particles, they have a negative effect. So surely not B. C. Gamma rays are more penetrating, yeah, than alpha. Surely this is the correct option. Question 39. What is the effect of ionizing nuclear radiation on a living things? 4. Ionizing, it makes cell mutation, cell start to mutate itself. For question 40, the diagram shows the Earth orbiting the Sun. Here is the Sun and normal circulation of the Earth, which row identifies the explains the correct season in the northern hemisphere on the Earth in position 1. In position 1, here, see, this is the north, and here is south. For the north here, season will be summer, because northern hemisphere tilts away, not away, it towards the sun, so correct option is B. And by this, we are done now with this paper. See you next time with more papers for IGCSE with IG Nova. See you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.